Right now, a small rally is taking place outside the State House ahead of a House Oversight hearing about troubles at DCYF.
The House Oversight Committee is reviewing recommendations made in a June report by the Child Advocate.
And the report by the Child Advocate said DCYF was partly to blame for the death of a girl found face down in the bathtub of her adopted mother's home.
Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh is live at the State House with what DCYF union workers want lawmakers to know tonight. Kate?
Right now, union members of SEIU Local 580, which include caseworkers, supervisors, and other members of DCYF, are inside the State House hoping to speak to the Oversight Committee. Just moments ago, those union members were outside the State House where we are holding a rally. The signs read, "Please help us," and that they had a caseload crisis in which kids were at risk. I spoke with the local union president, Kathy McElroy, who said she feels like their concerns haven't been heard, that they're overworked, and that each caseworker has far too many cases to handle. Recently, DCYF and the governor announced creating 23 new frontline staff positions, 20 of which are part of this union. McElroy said it's a step in the right direction, but now they need to find people to fill those positions and, most importantly, keep them from leaving the department after just a short time here.
I want my workers to come and tell the Oversight Committee, because I do think that there's a misconception about what they actually do on a daily basis and what their job entails and how much work and effort and heart they put into everything that they do. And the fact that it's been undoable for a considerable period of time it's demoralizing for them.
And McElroy is hopeful that these new positions that have been created will help boost morale within the department. And new at 6 o'clock tonight, we look at a recent tragedy that led to major changes with DCYF. Live in Providence, I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.
But first, developing news, a hearing on the troubles at DCYF is still going on right now at the State House.
Lawmakers are going over how to address the problems laid out in a scathing report following the death of a special needs girl in foster care. Eyewitness News reporter Kate Walsh joins us live from the State House with the latest. Kate?
Right now, dozens of DCYF members who are part of SEIU Local 580 are inside the State House hoping to speak to the Oversight Committee about what they do on a day-to-day basis. And just before news time, they were outside the State House right behind me, hoping to get that word out to the public.
Chronically understaffed, and caseloads have been higher than they should be for a decade.
Union members working for the Department of Children, Youth and Families are making their voices heard in front of the Oversight Committee. SEIU Local 580 Union President Kathy McElroy, who represents 325 impacted workers in Rhode Island, wanted her workers to share with the committee what they experience every day as the committee meets to review a scathing report from the Office of the Child Advocate, finding major faults and setbacks within the department.
I do think that there's a misconception about what they actually do on a daily basis and what their job entails and how much work and effort and heart they put into everything that they do.
This report, the results of an investigation into the death of a 9-year-old girl with disabilities under DCYF care back in January. Before heading into the State House, dozens of union members rallied outside, raising awareness of the issues they encounter, holding signs reading, "Please help us, help Rhode Island's neediest children, caseloads are too high." McElroy is hopeful morale will be boosted soon in the form of 23 new frontline positions created by the state. Now they just need to fill them and retain the new workers. My colleague Sheena Losciuto is inside the State House right now at that Oversight Committee meeting, and she will have a full report for you on what is being said and what is being decided tonight at 10 and 11. Live in Providence, I'm Kate Walsh, Eyewitness News.